8, we're back with part 2 of growing your nonprofit. And we want to get a little deeper into some of the questions that you guys asked on Own Your Powers page. And this question is from Pam Barnes. Shout out to Pam.
Shout out to Pam.
And the question is, I have to read it, I don't know what it says. How much should a nonprofit pay its executive director? That's a good question.
It's a good
question.
question.
So let's talk about that.
So, in general, your nonprofit should be spending 80% of what it's bringing in on what it does, program things, right? Or better than 80% if possible. So if the executive director is doing nothing but administration and back office stuff, they shouldn't be getting paid more than 15 or 20% of what the nonprofit's annual budget is. If the executive director, and it's a tiny nonprofit, is doing a lot of program work, then you kind of want to separate what's the cost of your program from what's the cost of the administration, and you can pay the executive director the total of that, but the amount that's for operations or back office should be a small percentage of your total spending.
Okay.
So in general, funders are going to look for nonprofits that are very cost effective.
Right.
So you can't be spending a whole lot of money on things that are not services to your clients.
No trips to Jamaica?
Not unless you're taking
For
your clients
research?
with you.
For research.
Maybe your clients are in Jamaica. There you go.
I'm not encouraging you guys to, trick the IRS or
right,
anything.
thank you. I'm sorry.
I gotta throw a joke in here every now and then. All right. The next question was, how do you recruit and build a reliable board of directors? And that is by an amazing person. All right. So I'm actually on the board of a nonprofit, and I asked this question. So I wanted to know, because that is a challenge for a lot of people I know that are on nonprofits. It's getting people that are consistent, reliable, and bringing something to the table. It's kind of like college. Remember when you had a work-study program, or you had a program in general, and you always have like 2 or 3 people that just chilling? They might show up, but they ain't do no work. So how can we get these people to keep cracking?
Well, I think that's a challenge for lots of nonprofits, maybe every single nonprofit that I know of. There's some things that you can do, and there's some things as a leader of the organization that I think you want to do on an ongoing basis. So your bylaws maybe will specify some things like how many meetings does a person need to attend, or how many unexcused absences could a person have before you ask them to please leave the board. If it's not in the bylaws, those are operating agreements that the board can make for itself. So you want an attendance policy that's reasonable of some sort. And generally with a nonprofit, you want board members who care about your cause. So you want people on your board who care about you, but you want them there because they care about the cause of the nonprofit and they're willing to make a commitment to help it be successful. The last piece I would just throw at you is a lot of boards have what they call a give or get policy, which basically means the board members will agree to give or help raise a certain amount of money every year. So for a small nonprofit, maybe that's not a lot of money. Maybe it's $1,000 or $500. It doesn't mean the board member necessarily has to write a check for that amount, but they help you somehow raise that amount from, whatever, events or things that they do or their activities. Big nonprofits are going to have a very large give or get. You'll see many of them have, $10,000.
Wow, just to be on the board.
Yeah.
Wow. So you definitely want people on your board that have some sort of influence and obviously talents and things to bring to the table. Oh, we have some questions
But
already?
the sign reads backwards. Oh.
Oh
well,
it
it's
does.
in the video.
When we play the video, it comes up though.
It's good feedback. Thank you.
But thank you. So what was I going to say? Oh yeah, having people with influence. But let's look at it from the flip side. What would be the benefit for people to join your board? Like, give me an example.
So why do people want to join a nonprofit board?
Yeah.
So number one, because they care about the cause. So more than anything, you want people who will join your board because what you're doing is something that they resonate with.
Right. They want to get
On the other hand, and in addition to those things, right, you want people who professionally, it's a benefit to them to be part of a board. Put it on your resume. You make new friends, you expand your network. Often you're on the board of an organization that has some relationship to your professional life. So, you're sort of expanding your own network. And at the end of the day, you're going to go home feeling good about what you do and
Right.
the cause that you're supporting. So,
That is so true.
you know, you do it for the philanthropy of it, and you
Yeah,
do
feels
it,
good.
you know, for the impact. And there's evidently a lot of personal value. You make great friends, people
Right.
you like. Right?
So everybody that's watching the show, how many people want to know about fundraising? Yay! Raise your hand. All right. So the next question is, what are some unique, unique and effective fundraising strategies for your nonprofit?
This is the sign, William. Is it backward?
It's not going to be backwards when you press play. I promise. We already tried this. So anybody
Effective fundraising strategy.
anybody interested in hearing this? I'm sure you are.
Yep.
All right. So tell us some strategies.
So evidently, nonprofits can write grants, and many nonprofits are already familiar with what it takes to write grants. We can talk about that a little bit separately. The risk, I think, is that that's the only thing that nonprofits do to get funding, and then you end up in a very precarious position because if a grant goes away, suddenly
You have
big
no-
chunks
nothing
of
to
your
fall back.
program
Yeah.
aren't funded. So you want to try to develop a strategy that's a little more balanced, you know, like private fundraising through your board members and your network of friends, supporters, maybe people who've graduated from your program or, you know, who are networks of your program members.
Mhm.
You want to come up with other kind of fundraising strategies. Maybe you have a signature event, you know, maybe you do a run or a
That's a good one.
breakfast or a
I like the
brunch
signature
or a-
event though. Like that's cute. You know, well,
Right.
a lot of people have like the galas and all that kind of
Right,
stuff.
and you know, it's
Something
sort
that's
of,
unique too.
I would say that kind of an earlier generation almost of nonprofits would always have that sort of big signature gala. And for some funders, that's super important and they really love doing it. You talk about why do you want to be part of a nonprofit? That's a big networking event for a lot of
Right,
people.
right.
But maybe you're a different kind of a nonprofit and you'd rather have your event be a race.
A hip hop
or
party.
Or a hip hop party, or, right.
That's
So
what we do at PASS.
but a signature event that's relevant to your cause, to your
Right.
organization,
Makes sense.
is some way to kind of help associate your organization in the minds of your supporters, you know, and so, oh, is it time for the next one, that sort of a business.
Mhm.
So those are good strategies. There's crowdfunding, we can talk about that in a little more. So there's a lot of different ways, and I think at the end of the day, you want to have some of all of those things
Right.
going on, because it's going to give you a little more
Multiple
balance.
streams of income.
That,
Hello.
right, that.
Next question is, well, is there like a couple? Oh, you kind of answered this. Maybe.
We kind of did strategies that build brand awareness.
Yeah.
So again, if you're going to have your signature event, have it be something that's related to your cause and that you can do over and over again. If you're doing social media, if you're doing, you know, other kinds of publicity, try to make sure that you're putting your cause out front. An important thing to learn, I think, for nonprofits is tell your story well. So if you're a nonprofit that affects the lives of young women, then tell the success stories of young women
Yes, I
that have
love
been
that.
part of your organization. You know, if you're an organization that, I don't know what, feeds people, tell successful stories of sort of results. People want to give money to organizations that make a difference.
Right.
And so if you can show people how their money is making a difference, they're going to be more likely to support you on an ongoing basis, which is what you're looking for.
And I tell that just in general when I'm doing coaching with clients, that testimonials are powerful. So, and even in this realm, you definitely video if you could. I mean, depending on the nonprofit, not all nonprofits are you allowed to actually do that. But what's that?
I don't know. It's
Signature
like,
event is brilliant.
we need a bigger thing so we can read the comments.
That's what William said. William said the signature event is brilliant. Well, I have my glasses on so I can read today. And then also, Rika said, she's right. I work for a very successful nonprofit.
Ooh,
See?
sign up here, Albrika. Let's
Love-
work together.
Love that, yeah. So that leads me to my next question. That wasn't one of the questions on the paper. Since I've been on this board, I've learned about the term fiscal sponsor.
Agent, yeah, fiscal agent, fiscal sponsor.
So
right,
can
right.
you explain that to people that maybe are not a nonprofit, but they have people offering them money, but they say, oh, sorry, take it back. You're not a nonprofit. You don't have your 501c3. How can we help you, or how can we work together? How can a fiscal sponsor?
I don't know a lot of those people that go around offering money.
Well,
and
no,
taking
you know
it
what
back,
I mean.
but yes.
But-
So let's say that you're just getting up and running, or
Right.
you're not a nonprofit. You're just somebody who has a cause. Then you want to do a walk or a
Right.
race or a concert or something to benefit your cause. most of these funders want to give money only to a nonprofit, somebody that's been certified by the IRS as a 501c3. And so your fiscal agent or your fiscal sponsor is a nonprofit, a certified 501c3 that you would partner with to do your event. So it's, we'll make it up, it's a walk, it's a race.
Right. Okay.
You're going to work with somebody established to put together your event, and the funder will technically give the money to your fiscal agent, your fiscal sponsor, and you will have an agreement between you and that fiscal sponsor,
Right,
and they will, it's a MOU, usually a memorandum of understanding, or a document that says, you know, they're going to fund you to do the activities of the event. Normally they'll get a fee of some sort out of it because they're kind of doing the administration, and probably they're helping you, they're doing something anyway, marketing or PR. So that's all part of an agreement you make up front with them. When the funding comes through that fiscal agent to your organization in accordance with those terms. Wonderful. So that's what the deal is.
That is a nice little tip there, I'd say so.
Well, it's a good way, because often when you go in with a fiscal agent that's well known and stronger in the community, it kind of helps your case, because the funder who'd never heard of you before has heard of your fiscal agent, and so, you know, it's maybe a little more credibility for you.
Love it. So for those that are watching right now, we had 11 watching a second ago. Let's find out how you can get in contact with Michael and how she can help you. And she's like, oh, I forgot what I was here for. Yeah.
I was looking to see if we had any new questions. So how do you get in touch with me? So my business is called MDR Management Consulting. You'll find it on Facebook. My website is mdrmanagementconsulting.com. My email is, mdr@mdrmanagementconsulting.com. Or you can talk to me on Facebook, or you can call me on the phone, 954-636-4366.
We did have one question. Donata, hey Donata, is that also like partnering with a larger organization? I mean, that's what we...
Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can partner with a larger organization where they are not your fiscal agent, or you can partner with them right where they are. So they don't necessarily have to be the same thing. But yeah, it does often make sense to partner with a bigger organization, especially if you're just getting started, or you want to just kind of take advantage of their bigger network. The comment I think I made, but I'll say it again just in case, is, you know, when you do that, you want to make sure that whatever it is about you that's unique and important doesn't get sort of buried or disappear, you know, in the larger organization. So the partnership should kind of showcase who you are and why you're unique, as well as showcasing kind of your partnering, your working relationship with the bigger one.
Wonderful.
Does that help or no?
Yeah, that was great. So, and then if people want to sign up with you, what's the special you got?
So
for all about Own Your Power
special, right? So the
Own Your Power members,
the Simone special, right? So, we'll do a sort of a good little introductory coaching session. So we'll talk briefly, or I'll send you a questionnaire, and you'll tell me a little bit about what your challenges are and what you're trying to accomplish. And we'll do a coaching session. And kind of go through some options and some strategies for approaching your issues and how to go forward. We'll do that for one time for Friends of Simone for $89. There you go. Own Your Power, friends, for $89 for the first whatever session, and see if we can do something together that's productive.
That's a steal, guys. Take advantage of it. Just saying, because she is a guru. Like, people know her. Somebody actually posted that on there, by the way.
That I was a guru?
You're a nonprofit group. I think it was Ellen Woods said
I
that.
pay these people all to sing.
No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. But this is a beautiful thing about Michael, is that she's very much behind the scenes most of the time. People don't know who's doing all the magic. You know, she's like the Wizard of Oz. she's doing,
behind the curtain.
We're pulling the curtain back. So this is really a great opportunity to actually get to know her and learn more about what she's doing. So definitely, if you haven't already, go to Own Your Power. Go to our SoundCloud page, soundcloud.com/Own Your Power. We have a long interview going in more depth about all the things she does with nonprofits, but also with startups. We also have a YouTube video doing the same thing, and then obviously you're watching this one. So definitely find out more about her. Like her fan page, MDR Consulting.
MDR Management Consulting.
Management Consulting.
MDR Management
Consulting on Facebook. Help her get some more likes.
We need some more likes. And we'll take more questions, and we'll answer more questions next time we do one of these. Yes?
Say that again?
we'll take more questions for next time.
Okay, William, he had one last question,
Okay,
but we're kind of done. But is it dangerous to partner with people running for office?
We'll talk about that one offline. I think the answer is probably yes, but maybe not if it's President Obama. So.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being, in our audience, and please do us a favor and share this video. If you have people that are into into nonprofits, well, they are entrepreneurs too. Please share this. We had a part 1 and part 2 of this video, so share both of them and help her get the word out. And thank you for helping Own Your Power.
Thank you. Thanks, Simone.
You're welcome. All right. Bye, guys.